Hi everyone, it's always a great joy to be able to come to your homes through this way of online teaching. My name is Daud and today I want to talk to you about chapter 4, the fight. Now I know some of you might have missed the classes, so we have brought for you the revision classes. Chapter 4, the fight by Perry Thomas. It was a very interesting chapter, and as the title suggests, it was about a fight between two, I won't say further because I will not let the suspense be out for those who are listening to this lecture for the first time. So the main characters in the story, Antonio Cruz and Felix Vargas. These are two main characters in the story, and what happens in the story? Just wait to find out, do not go anywhere. Antonio Cruz and Felix were childhood friends. Antonio Cruz and Felix, they were like brothers. In Spanish we say amigo. They were childhood friends, they were best friends, they cared about each other so much. But one day, they both had the dream of becoming boxing champions. They wanted to become boxing champions, which leads us to know the suspense now that they are both very good athletes, they are both fighters and they are both boxers. So they want to become boxing champions, but one day a news came to them that they would have to fight each other and only one would qualify to represent the boys club in the Golden Gloves championship tournament. And who would be the one? They would have to fight each other, and it would be interesting to see because they are both very good friends and childhood friends and they love each other. One day they were informed that they would have to fight each other in the divisions final. They decided that they would remain fair in the match and would treat each other like opponents. Alright, they work out every day, every morning they work out together, they exercise together. So one morning they were running, they went for running and they decided to talk about it. At first, both of them were uncomfortable. They were ignoring each other. They were even avoiding the eye contact. But one of them finally started the conversation. And that's when they decided and they promised each other that in the fight, they would forget that they are friends. At the time of the match, they would treat each other like proper opponents. All right? And it was a very interesting match to see. If you wish to know about the chapter in detail, you can watch the previous lecture that is available for you to watch. Their fight was scheduled to take place in Tompkins Square Park. This is the place where their fight took place, Tompkins Square Park. Both of them gave their best since they decided that they would forget about the friendship. And they also promised that no matter what happens in the fight, they will not let their friendship be affected. They will not let their friendship be ruined. That was the kind of love and care and bond both of the friends shared with each other. So, as they promised, they did not let their friendship be ruined by the match, and they put up a great show for people to watch. It was a great match to see. The announcer turned to point the winner and found himself alone. So after the final round, the announcer wanted to announce the name of the winner, and he turned to point to the winner. But he found himself alone in the ring. Both brothers, both friends, Antonio and Felix, arm in arm, they had already left the ring. They did not care about who won or who lost because their friendship was more important for them than anything. They did not care to know about the result, and as the match was over, they left the ring like friends, like best friends, like brothers. So, arm in arm, the champions had already left the ring. So, are you ready for the question answers? These question answers have been taken from paragraph number 19, 38 and 2 respectively. Let's talk about question number 1. Where did the fight between Antonio and Felix take place? Where did the fight between Antonio and Felix take place? We just talked about it a few seconds ago, maybe 40 seconds ago. Have you forgotten? Please improve your memory. The fight between Antonio and Felix took place in Tompkins Square Park. Alright, question number 2. What did the two fighters do right after the match? Right after the match, what did they do? There was a point, there was a time, there was a scene in this story when people thought that they were going to kill each other, because right after the match they rushed towards each other and it looked like that they were going to kill each other. But the opposite of it happened. They embraced each other, they hugged each other. So the answer of the question is the two fighters embraced each other. Question number 3, what was the match for? We mentioned in the beginning, it was to represent the boys club in the Golden Gloves Championship tournament. Please do not go anywhere. We have more questions and answers to discuss. Let's have a clean fight. Who said this to whom? There was a point, there was a scene in the story when this line was said by someone to someone, and who that person was? The referee said this to two fighters, Antonio and Felix. You know, in boxing matches, in wrestling matches, what happens? There is a referee in between and he conveys this message to both the fighters that let's have a clean fight, do not cheat, because cheating is a very bad thing. Okay, never forget this. What does a clean fight mean in this context? What do we understand with the term a clean fight in this context? In this context, a clean fight means a match fought fairly and honestly, which means without cheating, where each fighter tries his best and none tries to defeat the other by any unfair means. Question number C. Do you think the fight that followed was clean? Do you think the show that they put up for us was clean? Did they do any cheating? No, they did not. Let's find out the answer of the question. Yes, the fight that followed was clean fight, as both fighters fought as hard as they could and they treated each other like opponents as they had promised. In fact, they were only concerned with putting up a good fight, so they did not even wait to hear the result. Antonio glanced at Felix, who kept his eyes purposely straight ahead. Where were Antonio and Felix? This is a scene in your book, you will find it with a picture also, that Antonio glanced at Felix and Felix kept his eyes purposely straight. He is avoiding the eye contact. Where were Antonio and Felix when this happened? Antonio and Felix were running along a river's edge. Why did Antonio glance at Felix? And why did Felix look purposely ahead? How do you think they were feeling? Okay, what was the reason behind it? Both Antonio and Felix have been feeling rather awkward and uncertain at this point. It was obvious to feel like that because they were like brothers. They were like best friends and they were going to fight each other. They were going to face each other in the match, and it was an awkward situation for both of them. They knew they were going to fight each other in a few days. They were both wondering how the fight might affect their friendship and how they should interact with each other. Antonio looked at Felix to see how he might be feeling. Felix looked purposely ahead because he was not ready to face Antonio yet. You know, they were uncomfortable to talk to each other. And why wouldn't they be? It was such a situation. Question number 3. Yeah, it would be better for our heads. What did the speaker and listener agree to do? Why? Let's find out the answer. The speaker and the listener, Antonio and Felix, agreed not to see each other till the day of their fight. So they also decided that they would stop seeing each other, they would stop meeting. Why? Because they think that it would be good for each other to focus on the training and practicing, and you know, they would be able to keep this thing away from their mind, that they are best friends and yet they would have to fight each other in a match to represent, one would be the one to represent the boys club in the boxing championship tournament till the day of their fight. They decided this because they thought it would be a good idea to face each other directly at the fight as competitors rather than keep meeting as friends before the fight. Question number B. What else did they agree on? They also agreed to face each other at the fight as two strangers who want the same thing. They decided that they would treat each other as opponents and as strangers to fight equally without trying to spare the other or letting their friendship come in the way of the fight. Question number 4. If Felix had any doubt their friendship affecting their fight, it was being neatly dispelled. Where was Felix? Where did this happen? Felix was in the ring fighting a boxing match with Antonio. That's when he thought, that's when this came to his mind, that if he had any doubt this friendship, about their friendship affecting their fight, it was being neatly dispelled. How was his doubt dispelled and how did that happen? If Felix had any doubt, it was being dispelled by the way Antonio was fighting. Antonio completely agreed and he didn't forget what they decided, what they promised and what they discussed earlier, was fighting and hit him back at him. Antonio was not pulling punches at all and neither was Felix himself. They forgot about their friendship just momentarily when they were in the match, when they were fighting each other. Why might Felix have had doubt about their friendship affecting their fight? Felix might have had doubts about their friendship affecting their fight because he and Antonio were great friends. When they had learned that they were going to fight each other, they had been wondering whether their friendship was going to affect their fight or vice versa, whether they would fight less or hard, try not to hurt each other or try to make the other person win. So this was the reason behind that. Question number 6. A roar of approval for good sportsmanship. From this text, what do you understand by the term sportsmanship? Were the two boxers good sportsmen? Why or why not? From this text, sportsmanship seems to mean the quality of participating in a sport honestly and to the best of one's abilities. It means the spirit of fairness where the sportsperson does not let other emotions, even positive emotions like affection, affect his performance. At that point of time, sportsman does not let anything come to his mind. He's absolutely focused. Yes, the two boxers were good sportsmen. We know this because they fought as well as they could. They gave their best. Without letting their friendship affect their fight, they did not even wait to hear the result. That's the most beautiful part here. They did not even wait to hear the result because winning was not as important as fighting fairly. So, this is it for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you very soon again. God bless you.